I'm sick of answering phone calls. I'm sick of sending every invoice, sending every quote. I'm sick of doing all the schedule. And if someone needs to call me, it has to be me that calls them back. It was just, and I'm still on the tools. Getting the admin on, initial thoughts is all of that is sorted overnight. Someone's walking in here, every phone call's done, schedule's done, every invoice is going to be done, quote's going to be finished. You know, I can either get on the tools or I can just go away for months at a time, and all this sort of stuff is the vision. Quickly learnt that, you know, especially someone not having the technical knowledge or someone that hasn't already built business where it was, they're coming in blindfolded. So you've actually got to spend a lot of time with them training them, but the best advice at that point is actually building the procedures as you're training. It's actually taking me to where I am now. It's pretty much everything I do, I document and how to do it, and then add it into an accessible folder for next time. So I never get angry about if someone's asking me a question that might have been asked before or something you think you're training on. Okay, not a problem. I'm going to do it this one time for you, and we'll build out the procedure.
We actually tell everyone who knows they have an admin starting in 2, 3 or 4 weeks, look at what you're doing now that you want them to do and start recording looms and making scribe documents around it. So there's different methods that they can look at that process. There's a video, but there's also a PDF document that they can actually review step by step. What is that task and what do I need to do to complete it? So when they come on board, you already have some things that they can just watch and learn. You don't have to be sitting next to them while they do that in their first week.
And then you can really see where things might slip or things are going wrong. And then you can just adjust the procedure and go, oh, okay. Because it's so easy for you to know how to do it because you've designed the whole thing. It's all in your head. And then you put it in a step-by-step guide, but you don't know that there's actually a yes, no, why section at a certain point in that procedure that you just automatically do. So until you hand that over and go, okay, that's following. Why did that go wrong? Oh, there's a step in there that's inside of my head that I need to drag and drop. And then going back to, like you're saying, having those procedures and everything in place, the joys of having that is even before your admin starts, go, look, you know, you're starting in a month's time. Here's access to our Asana sheet, and here's actually your standard operating procedures. Work through this and tick off if you understand. Giving them a login to SimPro so they can, or whatever your job management program is, and saying, have a play with this. I've set up some basic jobs for you. So when they start the job, it's not that blindfolded first week where you have to be there. It's like, you know, there might be 60, 70% of where they're going to be in 3 weeks' time, but on their first day.
Troy's hot tips.
Making sure if you are building out those operating procedures, I've learned from a few different people over the years on where to store them and all this sort of stuff, but it's got to be readily accessible and it's got to have a search bar in it. You just want to put a word in it, phone call, schedule, you know, this sort of stuff, and it'll bring up all the different procedures you've built out. It's all got to be accessible for everyone. And then, not getting frustrated when you get a new question or whatever. You take that as, oh, perfect. I haven't handed this over yet. I'm going to show you right now. But as soon as I send you this, because you actually send them the operating procedure, which I do now, instead of them asking something, go, look, I'll send you a learn with the procedure in a second. You follow that, so here you go. Instead of showing them and then going back to the office and do it, I do it straight away and see if they can follow it. So that's a massive learning curve, but it took me getting a lot further down the track to really for that one to sink in. People tell you that at the start, but highly advise if you like I said at the start of the business, if you can schedule those 2 hours a week to just start building that stuff out, it'd be awesome. The thing with procedures and creating them, I find it's not an overnight thing. You got to create it, you got to design it, you got to trial it, you've got to nitpick it, you got to update it. They take time. I was only thinking the other day, you know, if I knew everything I knew now, I reckon I could get to where I'm at in 12 months. But some people have to learn the hard way. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people.